Imagine a relic, an ancient piece of linen bearing an image so scientifically anomalous it baffles every expert who examines it. This isn't just a faint drawing or a weathered fabric. This is a three-dimensional photographic negative, centuries before photography even existed. It is an impossible artifact. In this deep dive, you will unearth the documented history of this perplexing object, discover the truly inexplicable scientific characteristics of its image, and explore the theories that attempt, yet ultimately fail, to explain its very existence. Prepare to confront an enigma that challenges everything we thought we understood about history, technology, and perhaps even life itself. The story of the Shroud of Turin, as officially recorded, begins shrouded in the mists of the Middle Ages. Its initial, undeniable appearance dates back to the mid-14th century, around the year 1353, when it was exhibited by a French knight, Geoffroy de Charny, in Lire, France. From those early days, this linen cloth, said to bear the faint, sepia-toned image of a crucified man, drew pilgrims and controversy in equal measure. Church authorities at the time expressed skepticism, even going so far as to label it a cunningly painted forgery to curb fervent, sometimes unruly devotion. Despite this initial doubt, the shroud's mystique grew. Ownership of the shroud transitioned over centuries. By the mid-15th century, it was acquired by the powerful House of Savoy, a European royal dynasty who housed it for generations. It was meticulously preserved, often carried in procession and at times even brought into battle as a sacred banner. In 1578, it found its permanent home in the city of Turin, Italy, where it has resided ever since, protected within the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist. One of the most significant historical events in its journey occurred in 1532, when a fire ravaged the chapel where it was stored, in Chambéry. The silver reliquary box containing the shroud was severely damaged, melting slightly and causing burn marks and water stains that are still visible on the cloth today. These scars are a documented part of its history, a testament to its age and the perils it has endured. For centuries, the shroud remained an object of veneration, a powerful symbol, but its true, mind-bending secrets lay hidden, waiting for a technology that wouldn't even exist for another 400 years. Then came the year 1898. The world was on the cusp of a new era of visual communication, photography. An Italian lawyer and amateur photographer named Secondo Pia was granted permission to photograph the shroud during a rare public exhibition. He carefully set up his heavy equipment in the dimly lit Turin Cathedral, meticulously capturing several plates. When he developed the negatives in his darkroom, an astonishing, terrifying revelation unfolded before his eyes. On the photographic negative plate, the faint, almost ghostly image on the shroud itself transformed into a clear, striking, positive photograph of a man. The Shroud of Turin was not a painting, it was a photographic negative. How could a medieval artifact produced centuries before the invention of the camera inherently possess the properties of a photographic negative? This was just the first, staggering blow to conventional understanding. Decades later, in 1978, the Shroud of Turin Research Project, or STURP, brought together a team of more than 31 scientists from various disciplines: chemists, physicists, art historians, botanists, medical doctors, for a 5-day continuous examination of the cloth. Their findings, meticulously documented and peer-reviewed, are what truly transcend rational explanation. The image on the shroud isn't merely a negative, it possesses profound three-dimensional information. Using a VP8 image analyzer, a device developed by NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory to convert light intensity into topographical relief, the STURP team made a monumental discovery. The darker areas of the shroud image corresponded to parts of the body that would have been closer to the cloth, while lighter areas corresponded to parts further away. The image encoded a perfect, proportional representation of three-dimensional depth, forming a realistic topographical map of a human form. Try to comprehend that. What process in the 14th century could possibly encode such complex data onto linen? And the image itself? It is unbelievably superficial. The pigmentation that forms the image penetrates only the very topmost layer of the linen fibers, just 1/100th to 5/100ths of a millimeter deep. It's as if the image is a scorch or a discoloration on the surface of each individual fiber, yet without any actual burning of the cloth. There are no pigments or dyes that penetrate deeper into the weave, no evidence of directional brushstrokes that would indicate a painter's hand. This is not paint. This is not a drawing. Replicating this superficiality with such detailed image information has proven impossible for modern science. Then there are the blood stains. Real blood. Scientific analysis confirmed the presence of human blood, identifying hemoglobin and serum albumin. These are not painted simulations. They are consistent with traumatic injuries and appear to have formed before the body image, yet somehow are not part of the image formation itself. How did such fragile organic material survive intact for centuries? And how does its interaction with the image defy simple explanation? What about the micro details? Sturb uncovered barely visible objects, like faint impressions of coins over the eyes, specific leptons of Pontius Pilate, dated to 29 to 32 AD, complete with a distinct error in the Greek inscription, UCAI. There are even faint enigmatic markings resembling Hebrew or Aramaic letters near the face. These details are invisible to the naked eye, yet demonstrably present on the cloth. This artifact, officially examined by some of the most rigorous scientific minds, confronts us with a paradox, a relic of antiquity that possesses characteristics only understood through advanced modern technology, features that still cannot be replicated. Given these astonishing scientific anomalies, numerous theories have emerged to try and account for the shroud's existence. One of the most enduring, particularly popular among skeptics, is the medieval forgery theory. This proposes that the shroud was painstakingly created by an unknown artist in the Middle Ages. Dr. Walter Macrone, a renowned microscopist, was a leading proponent of this view, claiming to have identified red ochre and vermilion pigments consistent with medieval painting techniques on shroud samples. He argued it was a masterful tempera painting. However, Macrone's findings have been fiercely debated and largely discredited by the wider scientific community, including many members of the original Sturp team. His analysis failed to explain the three-dimensional information, the superficiality, the negative image property, or the apparent lack of directional brushstrokes. A medieval artist, no matter how skilled, simply did not possess the knowledge or the technology to achieve these effects. A more recent variation, the Leonardo da Vinci theory, suggests the Renaissance master, known for his genius in art and invention, could have created the shroud, perhaps using early photographic techniques. Proponents point to his known experimentation with optics and light, yet this theory faces significant hurdles. Foremost, Da Vinci was born in 1452, approximately a century after the shroud's documented appearance in Lerai. While he might have possessed a creative spark, the technical means to produce an image with all the shroud's properties, especially the accurate three-dimensional encoding, still eluded even his advanced understanding. It remains an intellectually stimulating but ultimately unsatisfying explanation. Other theories attempt to attribute the image to some form of natural phenomenon. One idea, the vaporography theory, suggests that chemical reactions from a body decaying within the linen could have created the image. But this mechanism has never been experimentally shown to produce an image with the shroud's resolution, negative properties, or precise three-dimensional data. It certainly wouldn't explain the superficiality or the bloodstains in conjunction with the image. The sheer complexity of the Shroud's features makes it incredibly difficult for any single natural process to account for them all. Then there's the controversial radiocarbon dating conducted in 1988. 3 different laboratories, using small samples from the Shroud, all dated the cloth to a period between 1260 and 1390 AD. This would place its creation firmly in the medieval period, seemingly supporting the forgery hypothesis. However, this dating has been intensely criticized for several reasons. Concerns include the possibility of medieval repair patches, environmental contamination from fire and handling over centuries, or even bacterial growth that could have skewed the carbon-14 ratios. Furthermore, the dating directly contradicts the pollen evidence, which includes species endemic to ancient Judea and Anatolia, strongly suggesting the Shroud existed in those regions long before the 13th century. The most intriguing, yet equally unproven, scientific theory posits a sudden burst of intense radiation at the moment of the image's formation. This quantum imprint, or corona discharge idea, suggests an extraordinary event, perhaps a flash of light or energy emanating from a body at the moment of its resurrection, essentially scorching the image onto the cloth. This could potentially explain the superficiality, the precise detail, and the negative light characteristics. Scientists like John Jackson and J.P. Jumper, both part of the STURP team, have explored such hypotheses. Yet, what kind of radiation? From what source? This explanation requires an event so profound, so utterly beyond our current understanding of physics, that while it might account for the phenomena, it ultimately pushes the mystery into an even deeper realm of the unknown. The Shroud of Turin remains a real, documented case, thoroughly investigated by scientists, historians, and theologians alike, and it is still officially unsolved. This ancient cloth, with its impossible image, forces you to confront a profound question about reality itself. If an object like this can exist, one that defies our most advanced scientific instruments and our deepest historical understanding, then what other layers of reality remain hidden from us? What events, what technologies, what forces might have truly shaped our world in ways we cannot yet fathom? It challenges the very linearity of history, suggesting that advanced knowledge, or perhaps phenomena beyond current scientific paradigms, may have manifested in times we consider primitive. It's a tangible reminder that the universe and our place within it may be far stranger, far more complex than our textbooks would ever lead us to believe. This isn't just about a piece of linen, it's about the limits of human knowledge and the boundless potential for discovery that lies just beyond our grasp. The Shroud of Turin stands as a permanent challenge to our understanding. It demands you question the boundaries of the possible, continue this journey of discovery with us, explore the documented phenomena that rip holes in our understanding of what is real. What comes next will make you reevaluate everything you thought you knew. There are deeper secrets waiting.